Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a how-to tutorial on winged eyeliner. So there are several ways to achieve a winged eyeliner using a liquid liner with like a felt tip, or you can achieve it using gel liner. I wouldn't recommend a pencil because it's not really going to help you achieve a wing liner. I mean, you could use a pencil, but for me, I don't recommend it. My favorite way to achieve wing liner is using a gel. This helps you have the most control when you're applying it. It comes out very matte, which is nice. So I'm just going to recommend you guys some products for each type of eyeliner. So for a super liquidy eyeliner, I have the NYC liquid eyeliner. It's very affordable in the drugstore. You might have heard of Crispy using it, Desi Perkins using it. It comes off super matte and it's also very affordable. The tip though is a little bit long, which might be a little bit harder for some people to work with. Like for me, it's pretty hard to work with, and it also tends to like splatter everywhere sometimes if I don't have like perfect control. So that's why it's not like my top to use for my everyday makeup, but it is like a favorite of mine in terms of liquid eyeliner. And then I have one with a felt tip. It's a little bit easier to control. This one is the L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim. So this one also is super pigmented and does come off pretty matte, but I'm not a fan of liquids, but this is a product I would recommend from the drugstore. I've also heard a lot of people using the Kat Von D Trooper, I think it's called, and I have the Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliner, but it is super like shiny, and that's like one of my pet peeves. It's a big no-no for me, so it's not one of my favorites. I still like the NYC one a little bit better because it's just more intense and more matte, so I would recommend that one for liquid. Other than that, my top favorite way to apply wing liner would be with a gel formula, and my top two favorites are the Maybelline Eye Studio gel eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black, and I already have gone through two of these. It's really good, really affordable, and Jaclyn Hill like uses this and never uses anything else, which means it must be like the best ever. Right now I've been using the Inglot 77 gel liner. This is just what I've been using right now because I really love it. It's super matte, super smooth to apply, and I really love this one. It's also pretty affordable, but not drugstore per se, but I love that one. So that's what I'll be using today. I'm gonna move on to brushes just to show you guys some brushes you could use. You could either use one of these pointed tip eyeliner brushes. This one is the EO5 by Sigma. It's just not very like pointed. I haven't found one that's like pointed enough for me to use. It's not my preferable choice for a brush to use. The Sigma Small Angle E65 brush, and these are just angled brushes. So they're shaped like this, and it really helps you create a smooth line and control your application. What I love about these kinds of brushes is when you create your wing and you go across your lid, it gives you a super smooth line. So with the tip like this, you're probably going to get like streakiness and like faded area. It's just not going to look as smooth as it would with this. And this also helps you create a straighter line. That's why I like angled brushes. And another one is a Morphe B45. And it's basically the same thing. They both look pretty similar. They're both pretty same in density, and they're both really great. So those are two great brushes that I definitely would use. My top favorite brush is the Sigma Winged Liner, the EO6 brush. And this is my top favorite because it's like an angled brush that I've just showed you, but it's a little bit smaller. So it still gives you kind of the tip effect that I showed you. So it gives you a super smooth control and line. So this is my top favorite brush. Just another quick tip, if you are using gel formula, the Inglot Duraline drops will really help you if you just drop one drop into your gel liner. It's going to help kind of re-smooth the formulation. Any gel liner, like the Maybelline one too, will tend to dry out, or even the Dip Brow, like any gel formula you have will dry out eventually. So this is definitely worth it. If you do work with a lot of gel products, I would definitely recommend that. It's just a quick tip for those of you who love gel formula, but they tend to dry out and you don't want to rebuy a new product. So now I'm going to show you guys two techniques to achieve a wing liner look, and I'll be using the Inglot 77 gel liner along with the Sigma EO6 wing liner brush, and that's my favorite combo right now. Well, first of all, again, if my formula is a little bit too dry, I'll drop the Inglot Duraline drops into it, just one drop, and mix it up, and it'll help smooth out the formula again. But right now it's fine, so all I'm going to do is take my EO6 brush, dip it into the formula. I'm going to apply it to the sides of the brush. And then what I like to do is just clean off the edges on the side of the product. It helps straighten the brush and make it as thin as possible. I like to come here to the edge of my eye and first wing out just a little bit where I would want my wing to be. And then what I do is just bring it in. And fill it in slightly. So I'm starting with a really thin wing because you can always build up to it, and you really should just build up to it before doing anything too intense, and then you can't go back and redo it. And then another tip I like to do is just use my fingers to like pull up the eye. I know that's not good for wrinkles and stuff like that, but if you want a killer wing, that will definitely help you. Bring it out just slightly, and then you can that way create a really smooth line across the outer edge. And then you can go back in and pick up more the same way I just did. And then now you want to bring it towards the middle of the eye. You can go and stretch it out a little bit more and go to the inner part of the eye. And this is where I really need to stretch it because it helps me a lot kneading these two together. And then just filling in at the base of the lashes. So now to achieve this super faded out killer wing that could cut a, what you do is you want to go back to the base of the wing out here, pick up some more product, and then what you want to do is hold the brush the other way and flick it out. What you do here after this is you just re-thicken this line right here, just above, and knead it back to the center. So we're just going to smooth out the lines. Perfect. So at this point you can grab whatever makeup wipe you have and just kind of put your finger right under it and create a super sharp edge and clean up under your eye and take the edge again and just sharpen that edge. And then you just want to, I took away a little bit too much of the thickness. You can go back. Take a little bit of the edge. Don't get too obsessive with it because you know the struggle. This is one of the hardest things to achieve when you're doing your makeup, but that is just one of the techniques that I like to use. So now I'm going to show you a different technique on this side. I'll show you a different way of cleaning it, sharpening it up as well if you do it after your foundation. Okay, so I just did my foundation and concealer off camera, and I just wanted to show you guys really quick my other technique, or my second technique, achieving winged eyeliner with your foundation on. Using the same brush and the same eyeliner, I'm going to actually start from the inner corner this time, and I'm just slightly stretching my eye. And then I'm going to apply it into the middle of the eye. And then you can also go in the other direction. So that way you have your base down. And then once you have your base down, you can go ahead and then wing it out. And then go ahead and meet the two. And then when you're doing your wing, you really want to kind of like let go of the pressure a little bit so that way it fades out, and that's how you really achieve like the really faded out wing and the sharp wing. So you want to make sure to apply the pressure here, and then once you get to the outer wing, the outer part of the wing, you just want to let go of the pressure like that. So then when you're doing your foundation, you obviously can't take a makeup wipe and clean that up, but what you can do is use concealer. So I have my NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer, and you can really use any concealer. I like to use a thicker consistency because the runnier it is, the less control you have. I'm just going to take this with my Sigma Flat Definer brush. This is the E15 brush, and this is perfect for giving you that control to clean up that edge under there and sharpen up your wing. What you do is just dip into here and then go right under. You can stretch it out again just to make sure you have control. Go right under the wing and just sharpen it up and blend it down. This gives you the same exact effect as if you would using the makeup remover, so you can feel safe knowing that you can always clean it up and correct whatever mistakes you made. Another way I figured out you can do this is if you have something like the Anastasia Pro Pencil in Base 2. This is the one I have, but you can use any one you have. You can do the same thing. You just go ahead and create that line and just blend it out with the brush. Another thing you want to realize that similar to eyebrows, wings are sisters, not twins, so don't get frustrated if they don't look exactly alike. So I'm just going to quickly apply some mascara and finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. So I just went ahead and I did the rest of my face off camera. I really didn't do much, but this lip is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Soft Spoken. It's one of my favorites, and it's a go-to. So I just wanted to tell you guys, if you aren't completely nailing down the winged liner look, don't be frustrated. It takes a lot of time. Even people who claim to be pros take forever, and sometimes it doesn't work out the way they want it to. So it's not something that you really nail every single time. It's going to take practice. When you get your technique down and you learn your eye shape and all those kinds of things, your favorite product to use and what works better for you and easier for you to apply and control, then it really comes together that way. So that's really what I love about makeup, is that you can play around. No one's looking at you. No one sees you. You can take it right off if it doesn't work out, but just keep practicing if you really want to get it down, and eventually it'll work out for you. I hope you guys learned something in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if there's anything else you'd like to see in terms of a how-to tutorial or any kind of makeup look or anything, I'm really open to ideas like celebrity inspired makeup looks or anything, so do let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. See you in my next one. And quickly, I want to apologize for this sweater. I know most people at least get the top down and like stay in their sweatpants, but too lazy. I'm comfortable. It's really all about the face, so don't hate. Hey guys, welcome.